I want to tell you a story, and as you probably would guess, a story about warfare or welfare probably isn't going to be a fairy tale. The story is about my friend Stephen. Now, I come from Newport in South Wales. It's not really known for much. It used to be known for the place where the Chartist movement began, but people seem to be forgetting that now. But what it's mainly known for is poverty. Now, when I used to go to careers fairs when I was 15, the majority of the stands would be military stands. Like, the expectation of you from coming from an underprivileged area was that you were going to join the military. And many of my friends took this up, including my friend Stephen. Now, I was walking to my French exam and bumped into Stephen. I asked him how he did in his English exam. He said, I don't think I passed because I didn't revise. Oh, do you want to walk to the French exam with me? No, I'm not going to bother going. I got into the army. I don't need GCSEs. Now, why had he made this choice? He had some really good answers on this. He had a guaranteed job, a career route, training in a topic that he was actually interested in, which hadn't happened from his school, a secure salary, financial support for buying his first house, a community that his family would grow up in if he chose to have a family, and of course the opportunity for international travel. And he also, through joining the army, managed to get out of our estate and move on to bigger and better things. That's great, to have those opportunities are great, but do you really need to risk your life to have those as an opportunity? Do you need to, there should be government support to achieve your dreams, wherever you are in society. Do we really need to be going out and killing innocent people to get the training that we want to achieve what we want to achieve in life, and to have a roof over our heads? Do we really need to be a tool in government spending on bombs and weapons? I share the same vision of the Green Party, that we really need to have a curriculum for students that actually addresses their needs rather than needs to mainstream education. Free lifelong learning for all, ensuring that every person has a roof over their head, as a secure, an NHS that's based on the basic principles that we originally built it from, and a citizen's income to make sure that everybody has a secure salary. We need investment into this stream. We need a government investment into this stream. As the fourth largest military spend, the UK has the fourth largest military spend, with only the USA, China and Russia behind us. We invest £3.4 billion into our war machine. Now, this could pay the work and pensions budget 5 times over. It could create a citizen's income for us. Or you could even fund the work, and it would even fund the Department of Work and Pensions, Transport, Energy and Climate Change, Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, Culture and Media and Sport, International Development, and the Foreign and Commonwealth Office. It would pay for all of their budgets combined. Now, if we actually invested into these sections instead of into the military, then people like Stephen, his comrades, and the people who work in manufacturing weapons would be out of a job. Now, if job creation through redirecting military spending is what we're discussing, then we're not talking about the right things. As we saw earlier, if you were in the working group before, Campaign Against Climate Change Trade Union Group with the CWU, PCS, TSSA and UCU unions, said that with just £18 billion of investment we could have 1 million green jobs. So our war budget could provide 2 million jobs throughout our country. And on top of that, we'd have things like a world-class mass transit system, renewable energy and sustainable homes that would be an investment for our future. We need to stop the subsidies of around 400 million of taxpayers' monies into the arms industry. Those investments could go on to greater things for society. I mean, the reason that we have such dangerous nuclear power is because our knowledge of power generation from plutonium is actually because we were researching it for warheads, for killing people, and that's why it's so dangerous. There are other ways of doing it, but we know about that because we invested into killing people. If that investment had gone into something that was more socially moral, where would we be now if it had been invested in medicine or in health or in societies? Thank you. Now, the future for Stephen, I did a quick Google on veterans and Google came up with veterans with post-traumatic stress syndrome, veterans with mental health, veterans and homelessness. It's a pretty bleak picture for people who are in the military. The figures say that 24,000 people leave the armed forces every year. 1,400 of those end up homeless. 3% of prisoners are actually ex-army. 4% have post-traumatic stress disorder. 19.7% have common mental disorders. And more people, veterans, commit suicide than were killed in Afghanistan. Interestingly, 45% of those veterans are on benefits. War breaks people, and it's the welfare system and charities that have to pick that up. Stephen's decision to join the army was based on the fact that he came from an underprivileged background because he didn't have the education he needed, because his family had, despite the fact his mother worked, they didn't have a guaranteed roof over their heads to raise him and his brother and sister. Now, without investment into welfare, he chose to take a route of warfare. Inequality is bad for everyone, leading to social problems, crime and ill health. Coincidentally, warfare leads to the same issues. Quite frankly, I no longer want to live in a country where we're discussing both of these issues. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to the platform.